I just found out why no one in my family ever leaves our hometown. I was packing up my apartment for grad school when my mom called for the 5th time that day. Please just come home for dinner before you leave for grad school. We have something to tell you. Mom, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. Why can't you just tell me over the phone? Please, she whispered, her voice breaking. I rolled my eyes. Okay, fine, Mom. I'll be there. This was supposed to be the biggest moment of my life, but my entire family had been acting like I was heading to my own funeral. And when it was finally time for dinner to tell me what was going on, my family was acting extremely strange. Nobody was making eye contact with me. Finally, my grandmother slammed her fork down. Someone just tell her, she said. My mom's face went white. Mom, please tell me what? I asked. My grandmother took a deep breath before saying, you can't leave. Every single person in our bloodline who leaves dies within 2 days. Your mother's cousin, your great uncle, your second cousin, all of them. That's when my aunt pulled out a folder thick with newspaper clippings. She spread them across the table. 14 articles about family members who'd left town, all dead within 48 hours. Car crashes, heart attacks, brain aneurysms, different causes, same timeline. I looked around the table. Everyone was nodding like this was perfectly normal. Like, what the hell? This is insane, I said. These are coincidences. Your older brother said the same thing. My mom cut in, and everyone went silent. I was hit with a wave of shock. What are you talking about? You told me he died in a car crash? My mom started crying. We lied, honey. Your older brother got a baseball scholarship in Oklahoma State. I tried to warn him about what would happen if he left, but he didn't listen. 6 hours after arriving in his dorm, he died of a sudden cardiac arrest. No cause. His heart just stopped. My hands were trembling as everything hit me at once. Why did you lie and say he got in a car crash? My mom grabbed my hands with tears in her eyes. We just didn't want to freak you out, honey. I let go of her hand and buried my face in my hands. All the pieces were clicking together. So that's why you all freaked out when I applied to colleges, I said, looking around the table. No one responded. So what? We're all just supposed to stay here forever? Yes, my grandmother responded, her tone assertive. Everyone stays. The Kellys stay, the Carters stay, the Morettis stay. My grandmother said, 3 founding families, none of us can leave. The next morning, I sat in my car right at the town limits with my Stanford acceptance letter on my dashboard and my moving boxes in the trunk. I caught my reflection in the rearview mirror and stared at myself blankly, the eye bags under my eyes from sleepless nights of studying. I poured everything I had into getting into grad school. It's all I'd ever wanted. That's when I did it. I drove over the town line and kept going, and at first, it seemed worth it. Stanford was everything I'd dreamed of. My roommate Ashley was incredible. First-year law student, funny, immediately felt like a sister. 24 hours passed, nothing happened. I actually started to relax. Hour 36, still fine. Hour 40, I was laughing at myself for almost believing that insane story. At hour 43, I was fast asleep at 2 a.m. when someone knocked on my door. I figured it was Ashley coming back from her party, so I looked through the peephole. It was a man I didn't recognize. Excuse me, he said, his voice flat and emotionless. I'm looking for Mariah. Sorry, I don't know any Mariah, I said, already dialing 911. He opened the door slightly, the door chain stopping it from opening it all the way. Mariah Kelly, from Millbrook. Millbrook was my hometown. My blood went ice cold. I'd never told anyone here where I was from. I don't know what you're talking about, I said, stepping away from the door. Mariah needs to come home, he said, reaching into his jacket. The agreement was broken. I could see the outline of something metal in his pocket. He started thumping on the door at full force. Right as the chain clattered on the floor and the door opened all the way, the sirens came. He bolted. Campus security found nothing. No fingerprints, no security footage, nothing. They didn't even believe anyone was there and looked at me like I was having a breakdown. When Ashley came home, she held me while I sobbed, promising to stay with me all night. At hour 48 exactly, I was still alive. I'd beaten it. I'd broken whatever sick curse this was. Ashley and I celebrated with coffee, laughing about my family superstitions. She went to shower before her morning classes, and I did my morning routine in my room. I had just finished putting on my setting spray when I heard it, a thud in the bathroom. I immediately opened the door and found Ashley on the floor, unconscious. When paramedics arrived, they said she died from a brain aneurysm. She was 24 years old. I think it was supposed to be me.